Welcome to Planet Algo, where we discuss all things about the Algorand network. This is my first video in a few weeks. I had a summer vacation that ended with a sick child who is recovering as we speak. So I hadn't too much time lately to make any videos. However, last night I saw some wonderful news on the props project and I just knew that I had to discuss it. Over on Twitter, we can see that props is announcing that they hit a huge milestone today. 10 million props token holders. They give a huge thanks to the Algorand network for facilitating these transactions and to their partner apps, Listia, YouNow, Camfrog, Paltalk, and Tiger Project. Now, props are an ASA on the Algorand network. For those of you who don't know what an ASA, Algorand Standard Asset is, I will link to a tutorial in the description below. These fungible tokens are being utilized for a project that is enabling participants to easily create and reward users with loyalty points. Such loyalty programs were one of the first identified uses outside of finance for blockchain. For example, it seems very obvious that instead of my airline controlling the points I am rewarded, that I should be able to control them myself and exchange them as I see fit. Well, the Props project has been helping businesses set up loyalty programs like this for their users over the past year now, and have just announced again that they have over 10 million Props token holders. I find this incredibly significant. This may be the first widespread real-world usage of blockchain outside of finance that I've ever heard of. And of course, it cannot be done on BTC or Ethereum because neither system can handle the scale or has the fees required for a real-world use case like this. Now, the emphasis I put on the term real-world is not to be underestimated here. Most of the noise you hear about blockchain, in my honest opinion, is never something that can be done on a global use case. That is, they have no value outside the hype cycle of BTC or the pump and dump programs of Ethereum. When El Salvador says they're making BTC their currency, this is just hype because the BTC transaction fees average roughly $10 right now. This is 1/30th the monthly income of an average El Salvadorian. This is not a real world or a practical use case. The same goes for Ethereum and all of its pump and dump schemes that involve users paying transaction and gas fees that can be up over $100 per transaction. None of these will ever be widespread, but here we have a project that has 10 million prop token holders, solving an actual business need, and we have heard almost nothing about it. And again, this can only be done on Algorand, and it is huge. If you're interested in hearing more about the Props project, I would recommend clicking on this link or going to props.xyz. And we can see here that Props is going to be having an offering soon. They mentioned this down at the bottom. They have filed the work with the SEC. You can see right here the actual programs that are using Props and the transactions that they have completed so far. So we're looking at something that's on the order of 170 million transactions. Absolutely incredible. Again, could never be done on BTC or on Ethereum. They do not have the scale or the fee structure necessary to facilitate something like this. And if you're interested, you can also go over here to Algorand Explorer. You can see how this is just a standard ASA and the technical information behind the props token. Well, that wraps up today's video. I would be expecting much more great news like this, as Algorand is the only network that can support a project on a scale like this. If you liked today's video, be sure to smash that like button down below. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Have a great day. Thank you.